we're starting to get a reasonable amount of code loaded up onto a server someplace for the class, but it's sort of inconvenient to get to it. Let's look at a way that we can use Eclipse to go and retrieve the class source code. If you go to our Comp132 web page, the main web page where the code hides, this is the normal view that you'll get from things, and we've been going to the source tab in order to do the browse function to find all of our code. In this case, what we're going to do instead is select this URL, which uses a program called Git to retrieve code. It turns out that the Git functionality can be built into Eclipse as a plugin. So we'll take that URL, we'll go back into Eclipse, and we'll do a file import, and we'll see an option for Git, and we'll say import projects from Git, and click next. In this case, what we want to do is make a copy of the stuff that's on the server, so we'll do a clone. It'll present a dialog box where we're asked to fill in the URL that we copied. Oops, wrong one. Let's try that again. Go grab this URL, copy it, paste it, and notice that it's smart enough to parse the URL for you. Then you have to be careful of this. In that case, I got a space, so that's wrong. Don't need to worry about authentication because we're just going to do a read only. Now you can click next. Click next again. Just say finish at this point. Grab everything. Next again. Next again. And we'll get all of the projects that we need. In this case, there's actually a forms project that's on the server, and so I don't want to write over top of the one I've already got. Same thing I've been using for demos here. So we'll click finish, and it will go out and grab all of the other items from the server. Notice that these are marked as Comp132 master, and they've also got the little disk symbol to say that it's a remote disk that they're retrieving things from. So now we've got all of the source code that I've made so far for Comp132. One other comment: when you're using this source code, you're best to make a copy of this thing. So for instance, if you wanted to play with the source code that I've provided you, the best thing to do is to do edit, make a copy, do that one more time just to make sure I got it, and then do an edit, paste again to make an actual copy of the project. That way you'll leave the original project in its pristine state, and you've got a copy available for you to play with. When you're done with the copy, if you want to delete it, you can click right mouse click delete. And when you're deleting projects, if you don't want to save the contents that were left on disk, it's usually a good idea to do that. Click on that and say delete, and it will make it all go away, and we're back to just the pristine copies that are available on the server.